It can't be that bad, oh, 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 it can't be that bad. Abe, welcome to the podcast, brother.
Happy to be here. Thank you for the water, by the way.
Yeah, of course. It's the literal least I could do.
No, it's cool. I live like 5 miles from here. I got here in 8 seconds, and you're like bringing the gate thing, and like the door's already open, and it's like they knew. They knew. So I'm happy to be here. But yeah,
they knew you were coming. You said you got recognized in my neighborhood?
I got recognized right when I got out of the car. It was like probably my demographic, like skinny white guy filled with rage, but doesn't say anything. I'm like the conduit for that. And he's like, "You fat man, you're the loud leftist I quietly follow." And I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "What's your name?" I'm like, "Abe." He's like, "Shout out to you, bro. Love your stuff." I'm like, "I can tell because you don't know my name,
dude." It's
that's how you know you love my stuff.
You're 6'7". That's
6'7".
why you're easily able to be identified.
That is true.
Also, when people see you, they just say, "Yo, Bay Area memes."
Yeah. That's actually my real name. A lot of people don't know this. Abe is actually my moniker. My mother actually named me Barry. Means incredible foresight. That woman.
Wow,
I know.
Dude.
She knew.
And then your rapper name is Real Bay Area.
My
memes.
rapper name is Real Barry. Means for the streets. Oakland. I actually am from Oakland. I just don't. I'm not hard. It's like whack. It's like no point. Being from Oakland and not being a gangster has no fucking superpowers.
There has to be something, right? If you're not a gangster and you're from
numb.
Oakland,
you're numb to everything.
No, you probably have like a good recollection of the bar scene in Oakland. You're familiar.
I do.
You're the guy that
Shout out to Couch Date.
You recommend any of the shows that's going on at the Fox.
That's true. You know, the Fox Theater is beautiful, by the way.
Beautiful.
Also, if people want to do something cool in Oakland that people aren't going to say because it's not like hipster Oakland, go to Phnom Penh on MacArthur Boulevard in the Laurel neighborhood of Oakland. It's a Cambodian food restaurant. I'd never had Cambodian food in my life until a couple of years ago. It's literally like Chinese food and Indian food have like the dopest baby in the world.
Yeah.
It is absolutely fucking delicious. Go to Phnom Penh, tell him Abe sent you. The owner knows me because I've gone there so many fucking times. And he actually knows my order too. He's like, "You're going to get the stuffed chicken wings?" I'm like, "You goddamn right."
And he knows you by name.
He's like, "Yeah, Abe." Because I wrote an article about it on Broke Ass Stewart. So basically I was just like, I like this place so much. I want it to thrive. Also, just like, if you're not like rich Oakland, because it's not like it's like the nicer part of East Oakland. So like you don't get the same level of foot traffic. The Laurel's better than most of East Oakland, but like in terms of foot traffic, it's not keeping up with like Piedmont Ave. It's not keeping up with like College Ave. It's not keeping up with like, Rockridge and shit like that, or Montclair even. So like anytime I think about it, I try to post there. I'm trying to get Mario and me to do like a meet and greet there, and we can just like fucking sell him out of food because I just want to.
You could probably do that. It's possible.
It's just Mario's schedule. That man is busy as fuck. I'm like the laziest semi-successful influencer you've ever met in your life. I literally, people are like, "What do you do?" And I'm like, I sit in my room and I've just come up with dumb bullshit and post it. I have no idea if it's going to be successful.
Well, good thing you are this in this day and age, right? Like,
yeah.
We live in a time where you could be semi-lazy, and as long as like you have an opinion or you are creative and you have an iPhone or a smartphone, you can shoot it to the internet. You could gain some level of success.
It is crazy. Like there's not many, but there's like, we're in an age where you can like shit post your way to $1 million.
Yeah.
Which is the funniest thing in the world.
Dude, some of my most viral moments, we were just talking about it, is just me being taken out of context, man.
That's perfect.
I'm a pretty positive guy.
I'm the exact opposite.
Yeah, so this is going to be an interesting podcast. This podcast is called It Can't Be That Bad.
Oh, it can.
So, dude, and I guess you are going to challenge that. But we were talking about like my post about Martinez. Martinez is like meth central. Have you never heard of that?
No.
That's kind of like their mascot.
Martinez was what?
Their mascot is like methamphetamine.
I thought Martinez was like a really like Benicia.
No.
No?
No shade against Martinez. It has its own culture. Downtown is like starting to flourish. But people call it Meth-tinez.
Who? Who's saying that?
The Martinez people.
What?
They're very aware that there's a meth problem in
Martinez?
In Martinez.
Where?
I don't know. On the corner of First and Grant.
I don't know.
Yeah, downtown. There's like, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Should we do a vlog in Martinez and like interview meth heads?
Yeah.
Hey, how would it say something about Martinez?
Meth.
And that post
Blew up.
Really pissed off all the people in Martinez.
Well, they're trying to shake it off.
Yeah.
They're trying to shake it off.
Well,
but
I haven't been there since like January, ever since like I posted.
To play a pun on the name of the podcast, it's not that bad anymore. Back in like, I'd say when I was living there, methamphetamine was a huge deal, and that's where the stereotype comes from. There was a lot of methamphetamine. There was a lot of tweakers, a lot of just bikers, like that kind of energy. Now there's a little tiny bit of it, but it's not the defining characteristic anymore. It's like, honestly, it's like Cancer Walnut Creek now. That's kind of what it is. It's like you can do hipster cool things and like white people feel good about themselves, but they're breathing in like refinery air the whole time.
Yeah.
So it's basically just like budget Walnut Creek for people who are going to die earlier.
Dude,
and I like that. I think that's fun. I think they deserve to die. It's fun.
I like it is. Martinez is Walnut Creek's edgy cousin.
It really, no, yeah, I heard the mayor say that. They're like, it's like, what do you say? It's like Mayberry with an edge. And I'm like, you should fucking die. I'm just kidding. It's like, go fuck yourself. I hate anytime someone in a position of power is hyper positive on gentrification. Because like, I get the selling point of gentrification in a broad sense where you're like, this building looked like shit and no one was in it. Now it looks nice and people are in it.
Yeah.
Like, I understand that mentality, and I understand on a surface level, if you've never read a book in your fucking life, how that can seem like a positive thing. But generally speaking, when that building looks like shit, you can actually afford to live there.
This is true.
In the Bay Area, if a place gets nice, you're fucked.
It is scary. Like, your brain is going to think, ooh, nice area. Wow, must be safe. And then most people can't live there. They are pushed out, and you know, if you go, like, what's an example of a place other than San Francisco that's been gentrified to a point where, like, it used to be a very, like, affordable, like, low-key place?
We can say, so Oakland's still edgy, like, legitimately. It still has that, like, there's still some crime in Oakland. I'm like, it's fine now. It's totally safe. And that's not true. But it was affordable. Now Oakland's getting fucked on both sides because Oakland is fucked up and it's expensive.
Yeah.
So you're kind of like, it's like a catch-22 city.
Yeah.
Where like, you're like, okay, so I live in the hood. My fucking street looks like a cheese grater. I've literally had a pothole rip the bumper off my car in Oakland.
Whoa,
I swear to God,
dude.
if you look at my car, the bumper doesn't match the rest of the vehicle. And it's not because it looks like a sideshow vehicle.
Dude, the street had beef with
The
your
street
bumper.
ripped the bumper off, and it was hanging on one thing, and I didn't know until some guy on the freeway was like, "Well, what the fuck?" And it was just like swinging on the freeway back and forth.
What
My
the
car
heck?
literally looks like a sideshow video, and I've never participated in a sideshow.
Yeah, dude.
I look like the fakest bitch on the road. It's like actually amazing.
Dude, I used to own this 2012 Honda Accord until I just got rid of it last month, where the bumper was hanging off for about 7 years. And like people,
It's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, it made my car almost unbippable. Like,
Yeah.
cars around me in the same street at the same time of day or night, wherever I would park in the Bay, they would get bipped, but mine would be untouched.
I feel
Rightfully
like,
so.
I feel like there's like honor among thieves to an extent.
Yeah.
And they look at that car and they go, "That guy's already having a bad day."
He's just like, man,
That guy-
same, dude.
That guy's probably
Same.
bipping. That guy's probably bipping too. I
Dude,
understand.
3 cable ties? Mine only had 1
Exactly,
cable tie.
exactly. Like I remember, I had a crazy dude. Honestly, Bay Area memes blowing up on a local level has been like the weirdest, most surreal shit. Because like your audience is like everybody in the Bay, and you really don't expect it. Like I was walking down Foothill, and there was this car and these 4 dudes, and it was like a really nice, I think it was like a rental car, but it was like a brand new Escalade. 4 dudes in like shiesty masks get out of the car. They're bipping this other car. There's like a fucking BMW. They're just ripping it up.
Damn.
And I'm walking down the street and I'm like, fuck. Because you know when you see somebody like they have a gun.
Yeah, what do you...
I just feel like that. I just keep walking. I don't know why. I just go into robot mode. I'm like, this has changed nothing about my day.
Yeah, what are you supposed to do? Like from across the street, be like, you shouldn't do that.
Yeah, no, I was just like, I'm like, well, he has a BMW.
Yeah.
And you're in East Oakland kind of, so hey.
Does your height change anything? Like I feel
It probably does. But I don't know. No one's ever told me like I would beat you up, but you're too tall. Like that's conversation never happened. So I don't know. I assume, but I honestly don't know. Also, I'm not like a street dude like that, so I'm not like who they're looking for.
Yeah.
Also, I do think it helps deter a, like random street crime though. If they're gonna pick somebody to rob, I feel like I'm like lower on the list.
Why? What is it about you that makes you think you're lower on the list of getting robbed?
Because like I'm just like I'm bigger than them.
Okay.
And like because the thing is like there's obviously some people who are crazy and fully willing to crash out. But I feel like they're like, okay, so if I fight him, there's a good chance he's going to get the upper hand unless they really know how to fight. Or if I pull a gun on him and he does fight, which I wouldn't, by the way. If you pull a gun on me, you've won.
Take everything.
Take everything. Take the self. Ooh, but they don't know that. They're like he might fight back.
Oh, I see.
And then I have to shoot this guy, which takes this bullshit kind of petty robbery and escalates it tremendously. And then the police are going to come because it's a shooting, and I'm going to snitch. I'm going to tell. No, anyways, but like that's I think that calculation goes into mind. Whereas like they see someone smaller. And they're like, this person's not going to fight. I won't have to shoot them. It's going to be a much smoother situation.
Yeah.
And so I think that's
seem
why.
like a smooth situation.
I don't think that's true. I think everyone, I don't know. It depends on the person. I don't want to say like you look like you get robbed because like I've seen people get robbed who don't look like they get robbed. So I've seen people, I've seen both ends of the spectrum. So I can't like rate people on like robbability.
Yeah, I think that by definition is profiling.
Yeah, exactly. It's like you look like a bitch. It could happen. Don't be too serious.
You're a bitch. You're a bitch.
You're
Would
a
it
bitch.
rob
You're
you?
a bitch.
You're a bitch.
You get robbed. Like,
yeah, no, dude. I think I make too much eye contact when I'm walking down the street.
They probably think you're insane though.
Probably.
Because like the thing is like eye contact's like it can be interpreted two ways. I feel like it can either be interpreted like this guy does not care at all, or this guy is the friendliest man in the world and has no idea what's going on.
This guy's flirting with me.
This guy's trying to fuck me, and I'm trying to take his money. Maybe we can make an arrangement.
Maybe that's the move. If you're getting robbed, make immense eye contact, dude.
If you're getting robbed, pull out your dick. On God.
That's not the first time that I've heard that defense mechanism technique.
Most gangsters are homophobic.
So if you act gay, they might be like, would they stay around long enough to take your wallet?
Yeah, exactly. Like they have a gun out, then all of a sudden the altercation ends with you chasing them with your flaccid penis.
Yeah.
It's
with my flaccid Asian penis, just slapping each of my thighs as I'm running.
Yeah, I guess you're not ready for my secret weapon.
Oh, I guess being Asian too. I think another technique, I would pretend to not know English. I would still pull out my dick. So now this guy's foreign and horny.
Who is this man?
Yeah, I don't know. It's...
Sorry, I didn't mean to spit water in your mic. That was actually really funny.
No, dude, it's like...
I pretend I didn't know English and pull out my dick.
No, we're still sticking to that narrative. Anything to not get robbed, man. Yeah, I'm fine with it. And does anyone even have a wallet nowadays? Like, what am I just gonna like? Let me Apple Pay this.
Exactly. They like have you exactly. You're getting you're Apple paying someone at gunpoint, which is the craziest thing in the world.
Oh, dude, imagine if the robber had a gun to my skull and he had his QR code for Venmo.
He has his name
and I had
on
to
it.
get it. Yeah.
He's like, don't tell, I'll kill you. I know where you live.
I'll change it after this.
Like, actually, I'm homeless. I live in the Bay Area. I don't live anywhere. You stupid bitch. Enjoy it. And I throw a smoke bomb.
If you had a smoke bomb, yeah.
I know in like 10 years, people are going to be robbed at gunpoint for like cryptocurrency.
Oh, at this point,
yeah. I feel like digitization of like national currencies is on the horizon. And I feel like it's either going to deter robbery or make it much longer and more awkward.
Yeah, dude, because like they would have to like, hey, pull out your Coinbase.
Pull out your Coinbase, open it up, take the fucking identification photo with the phone the whole time. I have a gun to you. We're probably in an urban area. There's probably people around. This 30-second interaction is going to take 3 minutes because the fucking Wi-Fi's fucked up. It's just going to be a whole fucking mess.
He's judging the rest of my assets. He's like, oh, you're on Cardano?
Exactly. He's like, what?
You're into ADA?
What are you doing?
Get out of here.
Get Bitcoin. The fuck?
Yeah, come on, man.
Did you just pay me in Doge? You fucking meme lord? Like, the fuck? You like Elon Musk that much?
Dude, I don't know. Like, the Bay Area is interesting like that because, I mean, I've never seen a robbery up close, but I have seen a bipping up close. Like, I was here in Vallejo, I was going to Korean barbecue. My lady and I parked right out front, and we were parked next to a Tesla, and seconds later, boom, right into the Tesla. And I guess that's the benefit of parking next to a Tesla. Is that
they're going to hit the Tesla first. Because it's either like they're rich or they're like making a political statement. Because
exactly.
What I love about Oakland is like you get exposed to like woke gangsters. They're like doing thug shit, but they have like a code of ethics, and it's like based in like leftist politics.
Yeah,
I actually kind of love that,
dude. It is interesting. Like some dude walking by a Tesla, peeking through, and being like, fuck Elon, and also I want those shoes in there.
He's like, bip the window, steal the shoes, Elon's a Nazi, and then like walks away, and I'm like, okay.
I guess it's a win-win for them financially and like morally, right?
Yeah, I honestly don't care if rich people get robbed. Not you specifically, but like I'm not saying you're rich, but like, if someone in like the Oakland Hills or like a wealthy part of San Francisco and they don't get hurt,
exactly.
People at home, calm down. If wealthy people get robbed, and also wealth in the Bay Area is very like weird, where it's like $100,000 isn't a lot of money in the Bay Area,
dude. It's so crazy that's
it's
changed.
Not. Yeah, no, it's like you can be like. I don't know how to explain it. It's like if you're not like a legit millionaire out here, you're kind of a broke ass bitch in the Bay. Yeah. There's like levels to brokenness. There's like abject poverty where you're like making like $12,000 a year, something crazy, where like that's where the government kind of helps. But like, well, kind of, not really anymore. But like even like $100,000 to $150,000 a year, it's like you're kind of fucked.
There's just like, oh, you're kind of average, and you got to make more if you want to live in the city.
Exactly. It's like, oh, you make $100,000 a year, enjoy your studio apartment.
Exactly.
That's literally the interview.
Exactly. If you could afford the studio apartment still.
No, seriously, it's like the nicer your studio, the nicer the neighborhood your studio apartment is in, the nicer the box you're in is, the surroundings of the box you're in is.
Yeah.
It's gonna get more and more expensive. There are studio apartments in San Francisco right now for $2,600. We're talking about 350 square feet.
That is crazy, man. That is nuts.
And
And you
people-
still got to share that with someone.
Yeah, exactly. You still have roommates. That's actually true in the Mission District. I've seen that. Like, I've seen like really nerdy coders like go hard on a 1-bedroom apartment.
Yeah.
And it's like 5 dudes with bunk beds just writing code. It looks like a nerd sweatshop. It's kind of like the worst energy.
Well, they don't need any space if it's just them and their laptop, right?
Have you ever just walked in a room, you look around, like, who's fucking these people?
Oh,
Someone has to be, but like who?
when I was going to college, there was like a good amount of people that just didn't shower for days because we were up studying for, X amount of days straight. And so I think we all looked unfuckable.
No, but it's not even like that. Like they're ugly. It's just like the vibes are crazy because there's like bunk beds. There's no girl on earth who's gonna, like they all in like a small ass space. They all have like it's like musty and there's like 15 laptops.
Dude, yeah, perfect
It's wild.
example. When I was going to Davis, I lived in this apartment where I had to share a room with 2 other dudes. And I was on the bottom bunk, and this other guy was on a bunk, and another guy had his own like twin size bed. And we were all in relationships, and at one point, we all had our girlfriends sleeping with us in there. So 6 people in one bedroom. We weren't doing freaky orgy shit, but
You said you were in San Francisco. Are you sure? I've met many people.
but yeah, dude, I've definitely had to sleep in a small room about this size with like 5 other individuals.
Yeah, that's what a lot of coders are doing in SF because they're trying to stack their
Wow.
money. Because like that's the thing, like SF in the Bay right now, I guess mostly SF in Silicon Valley, there's kind of this like gold rush mentality, and so people are coming here specifically with the idea of getting rich, and then they're like confronted with the reality of the real estate costs and the rental costs, and then they just come up with really wacky ways to get around that.
Man,
That's kind of what's happening.
I mean, I do feel bad for like anyone that comes here for the Californian dream. And
Yeah,
then
they're
they
dumb as fuck. Don't
They go to
come.
one bar and they're like $23 for this
Yeah.
smoky old fashioned.
The California dream is homelessness.
At this
Get
point, yeah, people on the Tenderloin look happier than some people that I've seen with a 2-story home. You know.
Like, yeah, no, literally, they're that's actually low-key kind of true.
Yeah.
And, like, honestly, I used to work in downtown San Francisco at a tech company, and I was living in West Oakland. I was taking the AC Transit bus into downtown SF, and I remember just walking there at, like, 7 in the morning and shit toward my office job, and I see, like, some guy doing the Fentanyl, but he's, like, standing but asleep, and I'm like,
Yeah.
well, at least he got to sleep in. This is ridiculous.
This is great.
I'm jealous of him. He's not tripping. Like, no boss is like, where's the spreadsheet? You have to hit your KPIs. That's not happening to him.
Yeah, this guy's getting a full 8 hours without a piece of furniture.
Exactly. He's going to sleep, and then he's going to wake up, and he's going to go to sleep again.
What a
That's
life!
the cycle.
That is the
And then he's going to
California
steal
dream.
ice cream from Walgreens and end up on like a Fox News segment about San Francisco's literally fucking Syria. And that's what's going to happen.
So let's break down where you've actually lived. So you grew up. You were born in
Born in
Walnut
Walnut
Creek?
Creek because that's where white people actually come from. A lot of people think white people originate in Europe. That's actually not true. White people come from Walnut Creek, California.
There's a factory.
There's a factory, yes. And I
Right
came
next
from the
to the
factory.
Macy's.
I was a defect. they're like, we're gonna make him here, but we're gonna make him live in Oakland and make him really nihilistic. Let's just go with that.
You look like you're inspired by John Mayer. You know.
I do. I have that weird, like, pale white guy, dark features thing going. I do have that going.
You're like, in the Rick and Morty universe, there's like different types of Ricks and Mortys. You're like a different like John Mayer.
I'm like John Mayer if he just like went hard at a buffet. Like went real hard, like really fucking tore it up. Like that's like my energy. Or like I'm like approachable Hassan Piker. That's
approachable.
I remember actually, so there's this girl I know named Jen who works for the San Francisco DSA. And she's like fiancé with like this really famous leftist podcast guy. And I was like, I'm about to do like a solo podcast too, and I'm doing this stuff with Mario. But I was sending her clips where I'm just like saying spicy shit, like as like tests, you know. I'm like, what do you think of this? What do you think of this? And she's like, yeah, I showed it to my fiance, and he's like, I thought it was Hassan Piker at first, and I'm like, no, much fatter. And then I'm like, what if I named the podcast the Pudgy Piker Show?
You're gonna confuse some people.
I know it's like fat Hassan Piker, but like if you just look at my face and not the refrigerator that is my body, like. you can make the mistake can be made.
I connect to your self-deprecating humor. I used to be a big boy.
Yeah, no. If you're fat, you better start hating yourself right now. If you're fat, and you don't hate yourself. You're literally the worst.
I mean, if you grew up fat, then you have some personality.
You have to riz it up a little bit.
Yeah,
that's true. It's true.
Did you grow up a big boy? Too?
Yeah, I was. So I've been like I'm like Elvis Presley. There's eras where I'm like thin as fuck. There's like I'm 6'7". There's an era where like 190 pounds. And then there's like eras where it's fatter than I am now. Where it's like because I'm like 330, but like I'm 6'7", so people picture 330 as a ball.
Yeah.
I'm more of like a pile of shit. Like it's
Jesus Christ.
I'm going hard for the clips. I love myself. I hate you. No, but yeah, no, basically it's like people think I'm like way less because of my height. But yeah, I'm 330 pounds. But there was a time where it was 400 pounds and I looked great.
And you looked, is that
No,
sarcasm?
no, it's very
I was
much-
like, man, was that all muscle?
No, that'd be so funny. I'd look like The Rock if that was all muscle. I'd walk in, it would be crazy. No, it's much floppier. But I wish everyone well. But then I got thin. It was weird. So like throughout high school, I was like fat as fuck. And then around 19, 20, I got like thin. And then like, I don't know, I got like fuckable overnight. And like girls started shooting their shot and I had no idea how to handle that. And then like some of it was like aggressively shooting their shot. I had no idea how to handle that.
Dude.
Because I was whack as fuck in high school.
I heard on a podcast that you were on, you were saying that you get like a bunch of DMs and some of them are like these girls shooting their shots.
Some are
at you.
dudes shooting their shot. It's
Nice.
crazy. I know.
Flattering,
I know. Thank you, San Francisco, for the penis pics. No, anyways.
Did you actually get dick pics?
I've gotten dick pics.
Bay Area memes gets dick pics?
You heard it here first, folks. Bay Area memes gets dick pics. Send more. No, I'm just kidding. Please don't.
Holy shit.
No, please, seriously, please,
Dude,
God, don't.
and Abel, rate them.
I'm going to use them in my memes. No, but I've gotten dick pics, I've gotten pussy pics, I've gotten all kinds of random shit. Yeah, I've gotten everything.
Girls send those?
Yeah,
that's a thing?
I could show you.
I don't. It's fine. It's okay.
Like, it's not even fake. I didn't say anything.
I've seen a good amount. It's fine.
I've seen some pussies in my dick. Let me tell you.
Don't assume anything
I'm
about
a connoisseur. but I get like it's not all cool though. It's not all dick pics. it's no, I get like hate mail too. I've gotten death threats. I did something kind of reckless. So when Charlie Kirk got shot, I didn't know how bad the shooting was. So I was like, maybe he got shot in the shoulder, took it like a champ. I don't know. You know, maybe it was
You said that?
No.
Oh, okay.
I did something actually significantly worse. I didn't say anything actually, but it's like the imagery I put out there. But I put like a zoomed up picture of his face, and he's like an ugly guy. And then I just put the song as Shots by Little John, and just called it a day.
Okay, then what did the DMs look like after that?
You piece of shit! If I see you in the street, I'm gonna kill you, and then all that type of shit. And I'm like, and then like basic. Also, right wingers. Like I'm not even like a misogynist or anything, but right wingers are really into masculinity. I'm like, why are you being so emotional right now? Kind of like a woman. Kind of like just act like a fucking woman right now. Have you ever just feel like that? Maybe the reason why you hate trans people is because you hate yourself because you're kind of trans.
You were saying this back to them.
Yeah, I was saying this back. And they were like going fucking off. They're like, no, I'm not. I'm like, why do you, like, also what I don't understand about the right wingers, it's like, why do you hate people for no reason? Like, I don't understand, like, literally just going about your day staring at people because they're like a different race or they're gay or they're trans or whatever the fuck it may be and be like, fuck, get them out of here. And I'm like, just go up, just fucking, why? Like, it makes me think they're like into it, but like hate themselves for being into it. Like, what is going on? The fucking thunder's no joke.
Probably. It's hailing in Vallejo.
Yeah, it's hailing in
guys.
Vallejo. I literally got here, it was kind of sunny, and then right when I sat down, it was like the weather changed because I bring bad energy wherever I go.
Dude, there was a rainbow. It was hailing, and there was a rainbow behind the hailstorm.
It was because at the end of the day, it's all going to work out, no matter how bad it may be.
So, but I mean, I think that just comes with it because you have a very popular page that a lot of people, you know, that takes Bay Area culture and you're pointing observations, good and bad, a lot of it humor, but to this degree, like you're gonna get haters, right?
Yeah, no, a lot of it is like most of my haters are like the far right people because I am a leftist. I'm like a fucking I ride hard for Zoran Mamdani, Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders is kind of whack now. He was cooler back in the day, but like. You know, just some of the stuff. I don't want to get political, but there's some of the stuff he's done that he's kind of taken a soft stance on. I'm like, you're being a bitch right now. You're being a little bitch. You're being an old little bitch.
I think he's just getting old.
Man, he's like, I don't care. I'm going to die. The millionaires and billionaires. No, but like, so like most of the people who are mad at me are like right wingers, like hardcore right wingers, like just kind of standard Republicans are like the hard right wingers are like mad at me, like, you're a pussy, you're a bitch. And then you have like kind of like just the wealthy Republicans who want their taxes cut, and they just like they're way more rational, but they'll be like, "You're just naive and stupid, and you know how the world works because you're dumb." Like that's the things. And then like weird like identitarian leftists who's like, "You can't ever say retard, and I hate you." And I'm actually part of the NRA, the National Retard Association, and you're gonna have to take it from my cold dead hands. So
I think there's somewhere in the middle of that spectrum where you just have this rapport with like something that we share. dope rappers from the Bay Area.
I love Bay Area hip hop. Fucking so there's that too, and also most of the people in the Bay don't care either way. So those are the people who just like me. They don't really give a fuck what I say because I made a joke about their city once that they kind of liked, and they're like, perfect. Hayward does have a red hot Cheeto energy.
But a lot of your humor, there's truth to it, dude.
Yeah, no, I like that's the thing. It's like I was like, I'm like, I have clout, and if I at least locally, and if I don't use that for pointing out real things that affect people here on a day-to-day basis and not make some like bullshit. Like there's nothing wrong with making like Bay Area hip hop memes like a Mac Dre meme or like a Bay Area fog. But like if you're especially considering how bad the situation is in certain ways in the Bay Area right now with things like income inequality, with things like even police brutality, especially here in Vallejo, California. Oh my fucking a Vice documentary was made on police in Vallejo. You know how bad you have to be to get a documentary about police? You know how many police are shooting people? Do you know how exceptional your numbers have to be to get someone to go out of their way to be like, no, that guy's a problem? But the VPD, I live here now, so I think they're doing a great job. But if I didn't live here, hypothetically, I would say they're a gang of murderers. Hypothetically, not right now though, because I live here. Love VPD, great job, boys.
What year was that when that documentary came out?
I think it was like 2020, 2021. Vice is in Vallejo a lot in the last 5-10 years.
Oh, they just want to see.
Yeah, they're just like there's like aura farming poverty. Like that's basically what Vice is. Like, look, the Bay Area has a lot of wealth, but Vallejo, they're poor. Wow, like, that's like their energy.
You know what some of my YouTube algorithm is? It's that dude on a bike that has a camera like on his helmet or on his glasses, and he just bikes through
LA Skid Row.
Yeah,
that's
I think there's something so interesting, like when you're not like in the thick of it, but being able to like gain that, I guess, aura farming. The perspective of like, oh, that's what Skid Row looks like.
Yeah. If you've been to the Tenderloin, and obviously you have, you're from the Bay. Yeah, it's the same fucking thing.
It is.
If you've seen a crackhead before, multiply it by 50, add 7/10. There you go. That's it. That's it for 2 miles. Enjoy yourself. Ooh. And then, like, obviously, if they ride back and forth through the hood all the fucking time, there's drug addicts and drug dealers and people who are just desperate. Most of the people in the Tenderloin aren't on drugs. They're mostly, like, immigrants and just people with, like, rent control. But the people outside, you know, they're a little wild. And if you ride back and forth with a camera, of course they're going to fucking confront you.
Of course, yeah, you know? Because it's a little suspicious.
Yeah, it's weird.
And what's interesting is that, like, there are, in these spots of, in these impoverished spots, they put, like, pretty like lavish location, like, you know, like the Orpheum Theater's there, right? So like you're gonna get like a whole bunch of tourists that go to these areas.
That is true,
right? And similarly and analogously, we have Six Flags in Vallejo right next to the crest.
Right next to the crest, which is funny.
So like I've been able to like identify like this trend of like, let's put this like tourist attraction right in the middle of like an impoverished area of a city. And then, like, my worry is that, like, dude, is this like what some tourists get their first impression of like that city when they go there? You know,
true. The thing is about the crest can be a little confusing because it does, unless you're really paying attention, it looks like suburban tract homes. Yeah. But if you really look at the suburban tract homes, you start realizing something's off.
I mean, that's with a lot of places. You just gotta look a little bit deeper.
It's got a little bit of Stockton energy where it's like tract homes, regular garage, average size, but there's bars in the window. There was actually, when I was driving around the crest of Cities by Diana, there was a gate in front of one of these houses. Because you know, if you go higher in the crest towards like Crest Ranch Park, the houses get nicer. Yeah. Like, so it was like this kind of like house that like looked like any like, you know, more modern looking, boxy McMansion type vibes. But they had a gate around it and barbed wire.
And barbed wire.
They had barbed fucking wire.
Whoa.
And I'm like, they are serious as fuck. They probably got like broken into once, so like never again.
Yeah, but they learned from it.
They did learn.
Whoa. It is interesting to me that almost literally like the higher you get geographically, the more wealthy a place becomes, right?
That is true. Yeah, rich people like hills.
For some to look down upon their serfs.
Shit goes downhill. They want to shit on poor people. It's all mental.
Well, because like let's take for instance, there's Richmond and there's Point Richmond. Point Richmond is elevated, right?
Point Richmond's actually low.
Is it lower?
Yeah. So there's hills in Point Richmond too, but like it's like this little water. Richmond's weird because it's like walls. Like if you go down to like Richmond Parkway, like it's walled off because it's like a freeway built in the city and it takes you directly into Point Richmond. But if you go on the other side of that fucking little freeway wall, it's like the hood.
Dude, we were talking downstairs. We were saying like within the same city, it's not even a gradient change when like where a place is like affluent and then it becomes like impoverished, right?
Yeah, it happens like that,
dude. And we were talking about like Piedmont right into Oakland.
Yeah.
So
But the thing is, like, the Piedmont thing to Oakland, it's like Piedmont goes into rich Oakland, but once you leave, like, once you go to, like, towards, like, East Lake, where you hit, like, the 1st, 2nd, 3rd Avenue or shit, towards, like, you know, Lucky's. I used to live, like, it's, like, they call it Funktown. I used to live in, like, Funk. It's where East L's from.
They call it Fun
They call
Town?
it Funktown.
Oh.
I lived in, like, it was, like, the Cambodian hood.
Why do they call it Funk Town?
I don't fucking know. Oh, there was a gang called Funktown USA back in the day.
Oh.
I was like, what the fuck? I was like, maybe they thought like funk musicians. No, it was a gang in the 80s. It was a crack gang. But yeah, so it's like once you hit like 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, basically like 5th Ave, or I say 4th Ave all the way to like 20th is that neighborhood. And it's like a lot of Asian immigrants, but like I feel like a lot of people stereotype Asians as like wealthy or well-to-do, like especially in San Francisco, because you have like the Asian elite a little bit. But if you go to Oakland and the more immigrant side of it, it's hella broke. It's like super, super fresh off the boat, like hood energy.
Because it exists. A lot of people claim that they've never seen an Asian homeless person, but
I'll go to Oakland right now.
Yeah.
Or SF.
Dude.
They're there.
Yeah, or just like go to I mean any like third world country. There's a lot of
there's a lot of poverty in Asia. Can you believe it?
There are homeless people if you go to the source.
Exactly. If you go to the factory, there's plenty. They only send their best here.
Holy shit. But yeah, so wait, where was that? So
basically, like you go to they call the neighborhood East Lake. East Lake's a more generalized district, but there's like subsections of East Lake. Where there's like Ivy Hill, which is a little nicer. There's Clinton, where I was. Then there's San Antonio, and those are like more hood kind of energy.
Okay.
And then there's East Peralta, which is also in East Oakland, and that's kind of like the more hood side of Funktown. Those areas, and then you go up. So basically, there's this thing. There's these two main streets that kind of separate. It goes in waves. So you have International, which is fucked. International's fucked. International's fucked. Holy shit! Not making a joke. It's just like sometimes you're on that street, you're like, my fucking god, a lot's going on here.
Wow.
And it's like one of those streets where like cops, like it's almost like it feels like they made a conscious decision to make like a sacrifice area, where like they're like, you can do it. Welcome to International. You can do it. If you want to do it, do it. You can see. I've seen people drive on the sidewalk at International. I've seen like more hoes in one space ever in my life. I've seen crackheads of every kind. But then you go it's kind of like Sonoma Boulevard and little Victorian side streets where you go 3 or 4 blocks over, then you hit East 18th.
Yeah.
East 18th is like more, it's not as bad, but it's more residential, but a little hood. And then you get past East 18th, and then it just gets nice.
Dude, yeah, that's how it is. I was just here in downtown Vallejo a few weeks ago, and I went to Provisions, got me a nice meal. This was like at 11 a.m. And then I walk outside, and I saw a prostitute. I didn't realize they had a morning shift.
They're here all the time.
Yeah.
Basically, Sonoma Boulevard's kind of baby International Boulevard. It's like a suburban equivalent to Oakland's urban International Boulevard. This is like the suburban version. That's kind of the energy.
Wow.
Because if you go to International, have you ever been on International Boulevard?
No.
Well, you should go. Get in the car. But
mid-pod?
Yeah, no, like we're going to hang out. No, but like, you know, I actually do this to my friends. I'm kind of a piece of shit. Like anytime anyone comes to the Bay, I take them to like the worst parts first.
Oh, you're like the worst tour guide.
I'm like, I just bring negative vibes. I'm like, oh, you're excited to see the Golden Gate Bridge. I've got something better. Get in the car.
Where do you bring them?
I bring them to International Boulevard because I'm bored. Because I just want to see people lock the door. I just get bored. I'm like, oh, you lock the door? I'm opening the windows.
What an interesting way to bond with people.
You know, it's a trauma bond, and that's what I bring to the table. No, but like, I have this friend who's from like New Hampshire, and he lives in Seattle, which is like super fucking nice. And he's like in the Bay, and he's doing all this San Francisco shit. He's going to the stadiums, and he's going to like Golden Gate Bridge and all this other shit. And like, I took him to International Boulevard, and I was like, yeah, look around. And then I took him to Vallejo and like the wackest strip mall on Sonoma Boulevard. You know where the CVS is on Sonoma Boulevard?
Yeah.
Where it looks like a bomb went off?
Yeah.
I just took him there. I'm like, I know, the Bay Area is great. You should move here. It's phenomenal.
Because people have this idea in their brain that the Bay Area is like the Golden Gate Bridge, and like, or what you see in like on ads and postcards.
They think it's just a bunch of gay rich people.
Oh, that is a way to kind of...
It's like a bunch of nerdy... Like, they literally think of the Bay Area as, like, gay people and like Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah.
And that's what it is. And they think Oakland... They think all of Oakland is just hell. So I lean into it.
Yeah.
I just lean into it.
Oakland always gets that reputation from non-Bay area folks.
Like, a good, like, chunk of Oakland's rich as fuck. People don't realize that. The Oakland Hills are rich. Rockridge is rich. Montclair is rich. Glenview, I believe, is rich. You go fucking Redwood Heights. We can go on and on. There's a lot of wealth. Piedmont. Oh my fucking god. There's a lot of wealth. And even if you go into some of the more gentrifying neighborhoods, and the hills are big. The hills of Oakland are big as fuck. They're not like it's not like a small neighborhood. It's like the entire fucking hills. Also, there's even little pockets of wealth in what were kind of like more working class areas. Like West Oakland has little bits of money. You have like luxury condos overlooking homeless encampments, where it's like,
Man.
it's wild. I took a photo actually. It's crazy. At that bus stop in West Oakland. I was like looking at like these like luxury condos.
I can't imagine that feeling of living inside of a luxury condo and just seeing just the difference, like literally seeing these people that don't have a fraction of what you have.
That's the thing. And it's like, it doesn't even have to be like that. Like, I make jokes about all this shit all the time because that's kind of how I wiggle my way into talking about this. I'm like, I'm funny, but wait. But like, in reality, this is a choice that the elites in this country are making. And on a local level, it's a choice that the elites on a locally are making. And for example, a lot of people don't know this, but you can actually look this up. The wealth generated simply by the tech companies that exist between San Francisco all the way down the peninsula to San Jose have a $14 trillion market cap. There's $14 trillion of wealth just within the tech sector of the companies that exist between San Francisco to San Jose. That is so much fucking money that you could literally solve every problem, not only in the Bay Area, but California. They just choose not to.
Yeah.
And so when we're talking about poverty, we're talking about like all these social issues and how annoying it is that someone took a shit on your fucking stoop and, oh, this guy's shooting up in front of my kids. And those, and I'm not trying to downplay those. That's fucking annoying, and you shouldn't have to live like that. No one should have to live like that. But it's not because like poor people are evil or because drug addicts need to be punished or any of this shit, because everyone's a person at the end of the fucking day. It's because rich people want to hoard their money. And they come up with really clever, ingenious, and inventive ways to do it on the back end.
Oh, the loopholes, man.
Exactly.
The entrepreneur like loopholes that exist, like how you could just dodge taxes when you are at the top 1%, and that is just completely legal and it fucks everyone else.
Yeah.
It is insane to me. Like now that I'm like older, like back when in the day I didn't understand why there was like a big gap in the distribution of wealth in an area, right? But now that I'm older and I understand like how businesses work, and like I've talked to people about like the legal loopholes that like that the top 1% could take, I'm like, damn, dude,
they're fucking us.
It's made for the rich.
It's 100% made for the rich,
fucked.
and the rich only have the education to do that too. So they don't only hoard the money, but they hoard the knowledge necessary to essentially elevate yourself. For example, like most rich people don't even buy homes in their own name. They use shell corporations, borrow against their own business, write it off as a loss, and then pay off the loan in small chunks. And also it's not even in their name. So if you're a corporation who's trying to wash lots of money, you just basically put it in a shell corporation, buy properties in bulk, and you can just keep your money there. That's why there's so many foreign billionaires in Russia, in China, and other parts of the world that put their money here in San Francisco, in Los Angeles, in New York City, in Miami, anywhere that's like an important city, London, Tokyo. It's not just here. But they essentially clean their money by putting in real estate. They take large swaths of units, whether they're small units, whether they're big houses, off the market, which essentially makes it so housing is artificially scarce. So, for example, when we talk about homelessness in San Francisco, you would think everyone talks about NIMBYs making things a problem. Like they don't want to build, so things are getting worse. In actuality, San Francisco, if you believe their numbers, which I think they're higher than what they're saying, but if you believe their numbers, the homeless rate in San Francisco is between 8,000 and 10,000 people. Okay. There are over 60,000 empty housing units in the city of San Francisco. So if we're going purely on like John Lockean style economics, where it's like, scarcity, there's not a level, there's no scarcity. The price should be going, if we're just going purely by local demand, the cost of housing should be going down exponentially. So the whole idea of yes in my backyard crumbles apart once you realize that. But the reason why they want to build more is they want to build more housing and stuff like that. And they want to build these more luxury skyline condos to alleviate the housing crisis, is because they want more opportunities to wash their money through these housing units. These housing units have become portfolio projects. They're like physical banks for people to park their money. Like housing investors, especially on large scale, like Blackstone, which the mayor of San Francisco seems to fucking love, have been incredibly detrimental in all over the world. But even here in California, for example, they own over 60 apartment buildings in San Diego. Wow. They raise the rent exponentially, and also there'll be vacant units and they won't rent them out, and that just keeps the housing situation. And
so that's just foreshadowing what's going to happen.
It's foreshadowing, and that's already a problem in San Francisco, and it's likely going to get worse with the AI boom and with this speculative investing of housing units, which has already been a thing in San Francisco and many other important major cities. And it's just a recipe for disaster. And the problem is with these politicians, they kind of fucking rely on these companies to get elected. So essentially they fund their campaigns and essentially they unofficially, because you can't say it blatantly, owe them a favor. And this is done through lobbying. So that's like a lot, but that's essentially how it works. And it needs to be stopped because it's destroying literally fucking everything.
And so at this point, at least from your knowledge and in your opinion, like what do you think are the steps that need to be made to like try to combat this? Because, you know, this type of problem has been kind of fucking with the Bay Area for a while.
Yeah, no, for sure. I think there's a couple things we can do. If we look at like the success of Zoran Mamdani, you know, there's things we can do just on a base level that doesn't even tackle the housing thing, just to make life slightly easier for people with a little less. Whether that's making buses free, whether that's having city-run grocery stores that sell things at cost, like cost to buy it in bulk, or maybe even at somewhat of a loss, to just have taxpayers kind of meet in the middle. That's one thing you can do. You know, having localized universal health care for people, stuff like that. Because like the state of California could have universal health care. It actually got vetoed. The Democrats passed it strategically so they can take credit for passing it during Arnold Schwarzenegger's tenure as mayor, or not mayor, as governor. So he would veto it and they go, we tried, but the Republicans stopped us. It's all strategic. It's all bullshit. But that's how it works. And so you can do certain things where like you can help people, and also you can tax the rich. I know this is crazy. You can tax the rich to fund legislation and projects for social good. It's not that complex. If you have $1 trillion, which Elon Musk now is a trillionaire.
Wow.
He's the first trillionaire ever. I can't even mathematically conceptualize $1 trillion.
How many zeros is that?
Fuck.
That's 9 zeros, I think.
9 zeros.
That is crazy,
Yeah,
dude.
that's how much money Elon Musk has. Now, the thing is what he does, though, and this is what a lot of wealthy people do, it's not in cash. It's in assets.
Yep.
It's in stocks. And they go, and because they haven't pulled the money out of these stocks, they're taking speculative loans on the money they have in the stocks or investments. And so when the government comes, they obviously basically bribe the government to cut taxes for the liquid capital that they do have. And then when they talk about the stocks and bonds, which is how they essentially operate, they go, I don't have that money. It's in stocks and bonds. What we need to do is start taxing people on the value of their assets, not just what's in their bank liquid, and have them liquidate some of it. A percentage of it every year, so we can make sure life isn't hell in the wealthiest country on earth.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where I'm at.
Damn, dude, it's really fucked. It's really fucked.
It can't be that bad, huh?
Man, it really can't be. But it is. Yeah, dude. It's. I've always had this kind of battle in my brain because I feel the pride of being born and raised in the Bay Area, especially with this podcast and talking to like some of the dopest people in the Bay Area and like hearing all of their interesting upbringings, no matter where they're from, if they're from Pittsburgh, Richmond, Oakland, the city, so on and so forth. And it just sucks that the politics behind it and it's like the corporations behind it just make this beautiful place harder to live in, or like impossible to live in, you know? Yeah,
no, literally it's fucked. And it doesn't have to be like that. Like, here's the thing too. It's like at a certain point, your money doesn't matter. Like, there's like a level of wealth. I think if you're making like $12 million a year, like, are you really spending $1 million a month, bro? Like, what are you buying, bro? Like, what the fuck? Like, what are you doing? Like, once you get past that point, you're just like rigging elections and like funding the CIA to like assassinate people and shit for like, you know, shit. It just gets real dark.
And what sucks is that like you guys aren't even happy.
Yeah, they're miserable. They always want more. They have like an addiction to acquisition.
Yeah,
it's like they always talk about drug addicts and shit. It's like, bro, you're kind of a drug addict. It's like, simmer the fuck down,
dude. You could have anything in the world. You could have multiple mansions. You could have all the cars and women in the world, and you're still not happy. Which is why, like, you know, 90% of them end up on a weird island.
Yeah, no. They're like, can't even make that joke. You know it's a bad joke if I can't make it. No.
But yeah, dude, it's unfortunate because I've seen people with almost nothing act like they have everything in the world.
Yeah, they help people. They're community minded.
And people that have everything act like they have nothing, and that leads into the greed, into the selfishness, and leads into this lack of evenly distributed wealth in our area, you know?
No, 100%. Especially when we look at like Silicon Valley. Like, Silicon Valley has more money than more money than can be comprehended. Like, for example, Nvidia. I think Nvidia's like worth right now is like something like $14 trillion.
Fuck,
like,
dude.
I could be wrong. Let me look this up actually.
I mean, that shit could have gone up during like COVID because everyone was trying to like game.
Yeah, no, it wasn't just that. It's because their chips are actually foundational to AI. So AI and all that and Bitcoin. And so crypto and AI are built essentially on NVIDIA chips.
Is it true that AI, like using ChatGPT, like I've heard this thing that like if you use ChatGPT X amount of times, it uses X amount of water? Is that a true?
Yeah, no, it uses a bunch of water because they have to keep. Okay, so sorry. NVIDIA's fucking market capitalization is $4.3 trillion.
Yeah,
that's like that doesn't
crazy,
make
dude.
sense. That doesn't make sense.
It is so much.
That's more than that's worth more than countries.
Dude, I just want to be able to like live in this home and like be able to like buy me and my lady some dinner, and that's about it.
That's great, but have you thought about the stock market? What about the Dow Jones, you greedy piece of shit?
Dude, yeah, if I could just, I don't know, a simple life is a happy life is what my dad told me, and all these people are just making it way more complicated.
You're right.
And it's a huge bummer, man. Like, what are some things that like, thank you for sharing it. Thank you for like, fighting the good fight, my friend, because like I think what you're doing is very important, and you get people's attention through the page with humor, and then like you keep them hooked, because like there's a lot of people here in the Bay Area that don't have the proper resources or don't have the voice to be able to like express what is going on and like how to make a change. But I think that you're doing that. So like really shout out to you, dude.
I'm just trying. I'm just mad as fuck.
Yeah.
Basically,
Well, someone has to be mad.
That's the thing. It's like I don't think I would love to take credit and be like, hopefully something happens because of me, but I don't think that's going to occur. I do hope though that incrementally, people in San Francisco, like the former electoral success of people like Dean Preston, or the current electoral success of people like Zoran Mamdani, or just the surging popularity of people like Bernie Sanders or whatever, can inspire more and more people to get involved, at least on a local level, and then hopefully that trickles up to a national level. Like I would love to see like a Zoran. Well, actually Zoran was born in Uganda, so he can't run. I'd love to see an AOC presidency. And I know AOC is not perfect, and I know a lot of leftists like, but like hear me out. It's better than what we have now. And it's better than any typical corporate Democrat. Also, she's like a millennial. She's like our age. Like, can we just have someone that like understands like anything? Can we have someone that just understands how the internet works?
Dude, someone that doesn't fall down a flight of stairs and we're like, oh my God.
Yeah, like can we just not like get like a geriatric orange pedophile for like one day? Can without, and also the leftist purity test shit, I get it. You want to be the greatest person in the world, and I think that's wonderful. Congratulations to you. But you're alienating everyone and you're making things worse. You're annoying people into accepting fascism. Stop doing it. Wish everyone well.
I think that people, I don't know, not a lot of people have like a voice or opinion. People are too nice. And like I am
actually really nice. That's the thing. I'm not like that's the thing. People think I'm like a dick. I'm actually like a really nice, maybe even like conflict averse person. I'm not trying to start shit with people constantly, but like these certain things I'm like passionate about.
Yes, exactly. I think it's passion. I think you say you're mad, and like people might confuse that with like like with anger and whatnot. But like it's true that you're just passionate, and it's for the well-being of the Bay,
Exactly. It's not just the Bay. It's like the whole, like all. It's like everything. We don't have to live like this. It's like also like there's like the Buddhist quote that like to live is to suffer, life is suffering, or inherently suffering to some degree, And it's like, so being alive, we already have a certain guaranteed amount of tragedy, suffering that we're going to have to deal with, whether it's like friends dying, family dying, your own personal struggles, whatever they may be. That's shit you're going to have to deal with no matter what. That's baseline shit. It's like, do we have to go out of our way to artificially create more reasons for everyday people to live in hell? We don't have to do that.
Nah, dude, but like humans are inherently selfish and greedy. And
that's true.
That trend will occur all throughout time. History repeats itself, and I think the fighting the good fight means like trying to combat that.
Yeah, no, I think
it's always going to pop up. We just got to keep fighting it.
Exactly. Yeah, these problems aren't new. It's just we have to get better at recognizing them, and we also, even out of like the interest of self-preservation for your individually. People need to understand, if things are worse for everyone around you, it's eventually going to get to you.
Yeah.
Well, even if you're like a rich guy and you've neglected a huge swath of people and you get your car bipped.
Yeah.
Like these things trickle up in a sense. Like a lot of the problems trickle up and then the wealth never trickles down. So we're kind of creating this artificial scarcity situation where everyone doesn't have enough and everyone's basically essentially like being negatively affected by it and then blaming each other for it. If we just, for example, if you want to make money and own a business, God bless, make some money, own a business, take care of your family. No one's trying to really stop that. Yeah. But like, if you're some guy hoarding all the wealth and making it impossible for people to just survive day to day, fuck you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if you get your car bipped or if you get fucking something bad happens to you in some crazy urban shithole, too fucking bad.
You could afford it.
Yeah, you can afford. You'll be all right. You got insurance.
We wish you well, but if you if you could afford it, you're gonna be fine, dude. You're gonna be fine.
Yeah.
Is running this meme page? Does it give you the dopamine that you want because you entered it with dreams of being a writer originally? I know.
You know
that.
your shit. Okay. Yeah. You know. Yeah. So basically, it kind of happened weird. So I was writing articles for this publication called The Bold Italic, which was like kind of a pretty well-known San Francisco webzine. This was before I got connected to Broke-Ass Stewart. But I was writing for them and I was like, and it was cool. I was getting professionally published articles. People were reading them, which is like, this is like 2016, 2017, where people were actually reading articles low-key. And shit was popping off. And I was like, cool. And then I wrote an article. It was like the second article I ever had published professionally. It was called Artists Should Like Abandon. I think Artists Should Give Up on San Francisco or some shit. Forgot the name of the article. It's hell old. Excuse me, sir. But basically that was the gist of the article. Like, everything's dumb, just leave. Go to places that appreciate you. Like, I was actually endorsing Vallejo. I'm like, if you're an artist, because there's a little art scene downtown and shit. Yeah. It's like, you're an artist, go to Vallejo. The city will actually appreciate it because it doesn't have like all this stuff going on. Go to places where your art is appreciated, not where you become this like starving artist trope and you never make it and you're just bitter as fuck, like me. No, but I was just saying that. And then the original founder of Twitter, this guy named Ev Williams commented, and he did the whole stupid argument, well, it's not actually the tech people, it's the NIMBYs, the people not allowing us to build. But I already know that's a fucking scam, you fucking moron. I didn't know that back then, but I wrote this article in response to his comment, like this whole thing, and my editor initially approved it. And then he basically reversed the approval because of political reasons. Yeah. So basically, in so many words, I had my writing blocked and scrutinized by a billionaire who originally founded Twitter because he didn't like the points I made. And I still wrote for the Bold Italic a little after that. I found a little bit more editorial scrutiny, but I still got a good amount more articles, like 5 or 6 more articles. But then like I started doing other shit, started writing my own stuff, started doing whatever, and it's worked out. Like, I have articles that have gone super viral, which is cool as fuck. I've written for the SF Gate, which is a subsidiary of the San Francisco Chronicle. I low-key hate the fucking Chronicle, but God bless, thanks for paying me. I've written for the SF Standard, actually, like, because like basically like I've kind of accidentally pigeonholed myself, where it's like, if we need an edgy white guy to write an article, we know just the one. And so basically they're like, hey Abe, how you doing? And I'm like, hey, and it's always like, kind of the liberal arts college type person, like listens to KQED and they're like really into it, like tote bag energy, you know what I'm talking, NPR vibes. Yeah. Hey, hi, I love matcha. That type of shit. And they're like, hey Abe, we would love to hear your voice on this subject. And they're like, write an article defending sideshows. And I wrote the article defending sideshows, and I defended the fuck out of sideshows. Yeah. And the article was approved and kind of pretty much ready to go. Maybe there's a few slight edits that we had to do, but it was pretty much ready to go. And then fucking, they pulled it because some bad shit happened. Like, there was a mass shooting at a sideshow, which I understand why they pulled it. But the thing is if like bad shit's going to happen no matter what you put out.
Anywhere, dude.
Exactly. So it's like, you can't blame sideshow culture for gun violence, because that's what they're doing. They're like, oh, we can't put out this article defending sideshows because people got killed. Or no, people didn't get killed, people got shot. Thank God. But like, and I'm not mad. I understand why they would pull the article, but I also don't like the cowardice of it. Because it's like, if you actually want this take, say it. If you want to say something meaningful, say it at a challenging time. Because I'm going to let you guys know, gun violence actually predates sideshows. I know this is crazy, but if you read even a little bit, you may not believe me, but people are getting shot before people did donuts and cars.
No way.
I know.
What?
There's been a lot of wars, actually.
Nah, dude. Abe Lincoln was swinging
exactly, dude.
Abe Lincoln
was influenced
Honda Civic
by Mac Dre. Abe Lincoln's favorite rapper was Keek the Sneak, who invented the word hyphy. This is all his fault. No, but like, it's bullshit. I just don't like the political cowardice. I don't like saying you're going to take a stand or you're going to make an argument and then reversing that argument because you don't want to have to actually make an argument with somebody where they're like, how dare you? And I'm like, well, also another take that people don't like is they go, if you live in a city, you have to deal with a certain level of chaos to a degree, and you have to be okay with it if you live in a city. I'm not saying you have to accept like the worst of the worst. But if like, you know, the dirt bike thing there's like dirt bike guys who ride around San Francisco and Oakland all the fucking time. And people are like clutching their pearls over or whatever. And I was talking to the Chronicle and I was like, there's the suburbs. You can just live in the suburbs. Yeah. You don't have to flatten everything so you feel safe. There's only so many San Franciscos and Oaklands. There's a million upscale, boring fucking suburbs where you won't have to see anyone do anything ever. And you get to live in your house and you get to consume media where it tells you everyone in the cities are trying to kill you and you believe them, then you vote Republican and your actual life gets worse because they take away everyone's rights. Congratulations. You did it.
It comes with the culture. Yeah, dude. If you know you're going to go live in a city, you're going to have to deal with the noise. You're going to have to deal with the personalities that are right outside of your house. It's, moving into the Tenderloin and being like, why is that person asleep in the middle of the road?
I lived in Soma and there was things I saw in Soma that I didn't like. And so I left Soma. I didn't go, Soma has to change.
Yeah.
There was, you know, a few incidents in Soma where I'm like, that's not great.
Yeah.
I don't love that.
But
I live in San Francisco and I live on South Van Ness and I'm right by a giant homeless encampment and I'm in a luxury condo. Maybe I should shut the fuck up.
Dude, I got a homie that last year he moved into right off of Sonoma here in Vallejo. And
wouldn't make that move.
Yeah. He's also a big white man like you. He's like 6'7". 6'7". Shout out, Patrick. And
shout out, Patrick. I see you,
dude. He understands. He's just like, yeah, it's kind of crazy. Sometimes, like, I can't sleep because my neighbors are yelling at each other. They're chicken. He said he has this crazy story. Side tangent. He has this crazy story about how his neighbors, his crazy neighbors, also have this pet chicken outside. This rooster. It's a rooster.
Dude, I had the same shit in Oakland.
Dude, okay.
There was this family and they had hella chickens. It was actually, I kind of love that shit.
Is it just so they could get free eggs? It's a free egg thing,
I think
right?
It's just like a cultural thing. I don't know if it's for free eggs, but I know like this like Latino family next door to me had like 5 or 6 chickens. And I don't know if they were free eggs. They weren't cooped.
Yeah.
They're low-key just walking around the neighborhood.
Oh,
but they'd always go back to the same house.
They just wanted to cultivate their own chicken community.
They were, you know, Funktown chickens.
Anyway, this guy, Patrick, he said that he got so pissed off he had to scare it away with a crossbow. Don't know where you just get a crossbow out of nowhere. So he shot at the chicken, and the chicken stopped cuckooing, I guess.
Chicken murderer, Patrick.
He didn't kill the rooster.
You're going straight to jail.
he just flashed his crossbow at this chicken.
I like how the
downtown
he knows. He's like, oh fuck, this guy's serious.
I know what that is. And then the chicken, showed his Glock, and it was just like, is it good?
They good? Checked each other's gangster. That's what happened.
That's how you check a chicken,
That's
bro.
actually why the chicken crossed the road. A lot of people don't know that. It was Sonoma Boulevard. That's the road he was
to
on.
see what was up.
Exactly.
Dude, this chicken crossed the road to see what the fuck was up. Anyway, Patrick moved right into like downtown Vallejo, and he understood what came with it. He understood that there was gunshots here and there. He understood that he would see like day walkers, night walkers, that his neighbors would be fighting. He found like a mysterious bag of white powder right outside of his house.
Did he take it?
He took it, and for some reason...
I thought he took the drugs.
No, he didn't take it. He tested it.
He did the gum thing?
He's a man of science.
Dude, I like his style.
No, he had like a, what do you call it?
Like a drug tester.
A
like
drug kit.
Yeah.
A testing kit. And I'm like, that's an example of someone that moves into like an area and understands the traits that come with it.
I just picture him walking around with like a fucking like magnifying glass. Like, is that fentanyl? Let's
wonder
find
if that's
out. I'm dead.
Oh, dude.
He drops.
Has his own kids show of just like, hey guys, today we're testing fentanyl. Which is actually educational, I guess, how to identify your drugs.
I think that's a great show for PBS.
Yeah, man.
Like, let's have like an Elmo testing fentanyl.
Why not? With this boom of like ravers with ABG ravers in the Bay Area, people gotta know how to tell what's what, man.
Yeah, no, I remember back during the Mac Dre thing in high school, I was taking ecstasy because I'm fucking a genius, and I was like, yeah, hyphy. I'm fucking so dumb. I was wasn't even doing anything cool. I wasn't fucking any bitches. Wasn't clubbing. Wasn't doing anything cool.
You just heard it in songs.
I was just listening to rap in my room. Yeah. On drugs with like 3 other guys, just talking about nothing.
I love Thizzle.
First you don't like this. Anyway, no, but a lot of times it was cut with methamphetamine.
It was
I'd be up for like 2 days.
Oh, shit.
Because I'd feel good, I'd feel euphoric or whatever, but I'd be up.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, maybe this isn't good.
I mean, It just not good. Meth's not good.
Heard it here first, folks.
But you hear it in these songs. It is crazy that like I didn't know what fizz was, but I kept listening to Mac Dre growing up. I didn't know what Too Short meant by blow the whistle. I just thought he was blowing a literal whistle, you know? I didn't know what don't drop that dun 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 was.
He would never talk. I always thought blow the whistle was like a euphemism for like sucking his dick because it's too short.
I think that's what it was.
I think you're correct.
Right?
Yeah, because like Too Short's always on his pimp shit. I love Bay Area rap because like I feel like we're the only place in like the country that like loves our old rappers.
Oh, dude.
You know?
Yeah, I think the OGs here will never stop receiving their flowers. My fiance and I were in the car the other day and we were slapping some Too Short. We were slapping this song titled 19,999 Bitches. This is a Too Short song where the hook goes like this. 19,999 bitches. If I fuck one more, that's 20,000 bitches. And he just keeps saying 20,000 bitches. And this is the whole hook, meaning that Too Short was just in the studio, came up with this, and now girls are shaking their ass to this. And I'm like, that's genius.
I like his style.
Yeah, man. I wish I could do that.
I know. I wish I can call all the women bitches, and I do.
I wish I could sleep with 19,999.
I like how Too Short just went into like the studio one day and he's like, I'm gonna misogyny Max. He's like, I'm just gonna go all the way.
But he seems like the nicest guy.
Here's the thing about Too Short, and I have a theory about very short men. I feel like those short men are the most prone to misogyny.
It's
because they're the same height as women.
It's the Napoleon
Love Too
complex.
Short, by the way. Nothing against Too Short, but I've noticed this. Like, I was reading this study because my girlfriend sent it to me, and my girlfriend like hates men because that's her energy. She's like one of those people. Like I don't want to say this, but it's like a lot of Arab girls I know because my girlfriend's Arab. A lot of Arab girls just hate men, and it's like part of their thing. It just comes with it.
Kind of makes
like,
sense.
They'll like you, but they're like every man deserves to be castrated, and I'm like even me, they're like. I'm like, okay.
Oh, I definitely have some like friends that are girls and like I've watched movies with them and they're just like, dumb man, dumb boy, stupid man. It's because of you that like everyone died. And I look at them and I break down the movie scene and I'm like, you know what? It is because
you're right.
It is because the dad opened the door. So I'm not gonna.
Who starts wars?
Yeah,
it's true. I can't be like, you're lying, bitch. 20,000 bitches. No.
Oh, damn, dude. So you grew up in the phase of the hyphy era.
Yeah, I moved to Martinez right around when the hyphy movement like popped off, and like Vallejo and Martinez are hella close to each other. So it was very interesting. Whoa. So I was leaving Oakland. I kind of moved to like, I hate to say this, but it's like a kind of white trash meth thing, but that was like super influenced by hip hop culture at the same time.
Yeah.
And so we were like 7 miles from Vallejo, and that's like fucking, that was like as synonymous as hyphy was with Oakland, it was just as synonymous with Vallejo. And then you had like a subsect of people in Martinez who would lie about being from Pittsburgh.
Wait, they
would lie about being from, and I wish all of them well.
So they were living in Martinez.
They were living in Martinez. They were like shitty blow-end drug dealers and kind of like crash outs who were like petty thieves. And they were like, I'm from P World, bruh. P World, West Bully, Bailey, all that bullshit. You know what I'm talking about.
And then they were like, oh.
But like really they lived in Martinez.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like, I'm from Pittsburgh.
I'm from Pittsburgh, but they just lived like, and I remember one day, like dude got hella mad. Like he was like talking shit to like my friend or whatever. He's doing like thug shit where he's like getting really close to him, like checking him. And I kind of deflated him. He's like, Pittsburgh. I'm like, why aren't you there? Why aren't you in Pittsburgh? Are you scared? Ooh, you punked the white kid.
Yeah.
Why don't you punk the gangsters in Pittsburgh that you seem to be in love with? Oh, the guy who's literally has a pack of Yu-Gi-Oh cards in his fucking like little bullshit fucking cargo pants pocket. Yeah. That's the cargo shorts. Yeah. The wackest shit you could wear.
Oh, dude. Yeah. What, to hold your tots?
He had to hold your fucking tater tots and your Yu-Gi-Oh cards. And then like the guy who like basically makes living in a bad neighborhood his whole personality. He's like trying to check him, and no one's actually fighting.
Yeah.
It's just shit talk and the fakest robbery in the world where they got you for like $10. Like, yeah, you pussy. Yeah. Like they're trying to do prison politics in like a suburb. They're just in high school and they can't read. So they're just punking the kid who kind of can.
Oh,
like,
dude, it's the animal kingdom. That's why.
It's the animal kingdom.
It's really just like, okay, I'm gonna flex on this weaker animal.
I just don't like bullies. Fuck those people.
Yeah, fuck bullies,
Also,
dude.
fuck people. If you claim a city you're not from with the intent of looking tough, you're not tough, because the only people who try to claim cities they're not from to get street cred are people from suburbs.
Oh, dude. Yeah, people be like, man, born and raised in Oakland, boy. And then you look at their ID, it's like, oh, Walnut Creek?
Yeah, I know. Born in Walnut Creek right here.
Yeah. Oh, I saw you work at the Neiman Marcus?
Yeah, exactly. It's like silly. And it's
So
like,
what? I like shoes.
Exactly. You know, and that's the thing though. But it sucks because it's like, you know, if you talk to these people, what's weird about it is like I've made a good amount of friends with people like this, strangely enough, like weirdly, because I just make fun of them and they kind of don't know what to do.
Yeah.
And so, but like eventually they let their guard down and you start talking to them and they're like normal as fuck. But then they get around a few of their friends and they like turn up.
Oh, what's the
It's like that type of
code
shit.
switching?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
code
But it's not even
switching.
like I wouldn't say fully code switching, but like. It's just like they'll be hella cool one-on-one and you get like 4 or 5 of their friends and they're trying to act super hard. I'm like, I don't get it, bro. And it's like, and if you talk to any of them individually,
Yeah.
it's kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
There's obviously exceptions, but it's like everyone's kind of at a masquerade they won't admit to attending.
Yeah.
And they're all just wearing a mask and hoping no one knows.
Oh, dude, that sucks that it's like that. I tried to be the same exact person that I am in a group. I've at this age I've understood who I am. Like I will rep Pittsburgh. I will rep that I'm from.
If you're from Pittsburgh, rep the fuck out of Pittsburgh. I rep Oakland and Martinez, which makes no sense, but that's actually where I lived.
Yeah.
And my mom was actually from the Mission District, and she's actually not hard. She's just kind of dumb.
Yeah, dude, I'll rep Pittsburgh, but I'm definitely not repping any of that gangster shit.
Yeah,
Like,
no.
dude, look at me. We've known each other for like an hour and a half
we're
now.
chilling.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not like I'm trying to be like, dude.
My favorite thing that hoods do, like gangster dudes nowadays do, especially like suburban hoods, is like they'll have a picture of them looking thugged out, and there'll be like money on the floor, or whatever, and it's like the nicest looking inside of a house I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah,
It's like a
dude.
very like McMansion-y style home, like in Sacramento or some shit, and they're like, we're gonna make Sac the Hood. It's like, why? You got out.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Dude, if you're trying to take a gangster picture in front of an ironing board,
Elk Grove is a great example of this. There's like I was like in Elk Grove and these fucking like little like palaces. They're big as fuck. And then you see like the gang graffiti.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, here.
why are you
Come
doing
on.
that?
Like, dude, like who really want like you don't want to shoot anybody, you don't want to get shot. Can we just have a nice fucking day? Especially around these houses.
Dude, gangbanging's not cool. You know what's cool? Being safe in your home and repping that shit.
Exactly. Lying on the internet is way cooler than actually being outside. I've been saying this for years, and none of these people believe me. I'm like, just lie. Be insufferable and lie. Like the bitch you are. You are not hard. And being a bitch is great. I'm a bitch. Being a bitch is great.
Once again, I'm robbable.
Robbable?
I'm robbable. I'm not even a car. I'm bippable.
Exactly.
But dude, yeah, you got to get out of here pretty soon.
Oh, no, I'm not even tripping.
Okay,
But yeah,
for sure.
we can wrap it up if you want to. I'm not
Yeah. Hey, before we get out of here, let's talk about some let's hit some of the most frequently asked Bay Area questions. So the one that's super duper cliche that everyone gets into a turf war about is, where does the Bay begin and end?
So I think now, obviously, there's the official government terms where it's the 9 counties that touch the San Francisco, San Pablo, or Sassoon Bay. Now, I think that's a little broad, to be fair. I think if you're within 50 miles of San Francisco, now let's not do a county thing because like Dixon's not part of the Bay. I hate to be a dick. Even Vacaville, we're kind of like, I honestly think in terms of Solano County, once we hit Fairfield, once you get past Fairfield, you're not in the Bay anymore.
Yeah.
Like that's the true borderlands.
Yeah.
And I think once you get past Antioch, you're not in the Bay anymore. Like that's it. And once you get past San Jose, because San Jose's hella far to begin with, and San Jose's hella fucking big, but like anything south of San Jose, fuck off.
Yeah.
And anything, I'm not trying to talk shit about Santa Rosa because everyone in Santa Rosa is like mad, but it's like, come on, bro. Like for real. Come on, bro. Like you're north. They want
to be a part of the conversation.
They are, and they are. But like the thing is they got like their wine country shit going because there's shit they could rep that isn't this. Also, being from the Bay doesn't make you cool. You could be whack as fuck and be like born in the actual water.
Yeah.
You could still suck. You could still be the wackest bitch on the planet.
You could be from Sacramento or beyond and still be cooler than someone just because they're born here.
Being born here doesn't mean anything. It just means you're rinse high. Congratulations. Get fucked.
You're exposed to the culture. You could be a cool guy.
You could be. And also the culture's only in certain places because the Bay Area is mostly boring and rich. There's like 4 cities.
What are the not cool Bay Area cities?
Walnut Creek, where I was born. It's a fucking mall. It's a mall without a ceiling.
Okay, how about Orinda?
Orinda's, I don't even, it's like Oakland's Marin County.
Okay.
It's kind of like that whole area is just like rich white people who are terrified of the other side of the tunnel. It's kind of that energy. But yeah, it's not cool. There's a Bay Area culture. People in those suburbs who, like, Orinda literally borders Oakland.
Yeah.
They don't know what the fuck's going on the other side of the tunnel. They're one BART stop away from Oakland.
Oh, they're the clueless white neighbor.
Yeah, they don't fucking know. I remember I was talking about I was talking to a friend who's like from a wealthier Bay Area suburb. I'm not going to name the person or the name, but we were talking and I'm like, yeah, because it's about to be 4th of July and I was living in Oakland. I'm like, yeah, no, Oakland's going to go crazy this year. And he's like, didn't know what the fuck I was talking about. He didn't know Oakland just turns up on 4th of July and it's like endless fireworks and sideshows for fucking like 24 hours to the point where it's like a little much. And he's like, what do you mean?
He had no idea.
He had no clue.
What?
Also, people like, and that's the thing. But when they talk about Bay Area culture, they're talking about 4 or 5 cities, truthfully.
Yeah.
Talking about San Francisco, kind of in the past. They're talking about Oakland. They're talking about Berkeley to an extent. Talking about Vallejo. They're talking about Richmond. Pittsburgh and Antioch actually get kind of overlooked. They're kind of like Vallejo in a way, but not as like represented. But they kind of have a similar energy, where it's like a kind of a blue collar suburb, but like kind of like has a lot of shit going on, like cool, and they have like rappers and all this artists and all this other shit. But like that's kind of it.
Yeah.
Like even San Jose doesn't feel like. And no disrespect to San Jose, but like if you're used to Oakland and San Francisco, and then you say San Jose is a cultural equivalent to those two, you're out of your fucking mind. You're out of your mind.
Is the difference because there's like a lot more tech in that direction too?
Yeah, because it flattens people. I think having too much to lose creates kind of a bottleneck for creativity and culture.
Ooh, what a fucking sentence. You're right. When you have like less to lose, you go out and
you're like, fuck it, let's have fun.
Fuck
like,
it,
you just
let's
make
have
shit
fun.
up. And that's the thing. It's like, and as San Francisco gets wealthier, it's going to naturally get conservative because it's trying to conserve their wealth and they don't want a lot of cultural disruption. So it kind of trickles down from this like mentality of keeping things calm so you can keep your fucking money and there's no threats. And that's how it works. And that's why San Jose doesn't have, in a current sense, as much cultural clout as say, which is crazy because San Jose is the biggest city in the Bay. Vallejo is 10 miles ahead of San Jose in terms of like cultural relevance in the Bay Area, and it's not a major city. It's a blue collar suburb with a bridge toll, and we don't even have BART.
Oh, dude.
Do you see? But you see what I'm saying, though?
For the 5th time, for the 10th time, maybe let's petition for BART to get to Vallejo.
BART needs to come. BART needs to go all the way to Fairfield because honestly, I don't understand because Napa's a hella big tourist attraction.
Yeah.
And Six Flags is a hella big. Do you know 1 million people a year come to Vallejo for Six Flags?
Damn,
I
dude.
googled that and I was like, 1 million people come to Vallejo.
Wow.
And you couldn't tell.
They want to see their animals.
And people come from hella far to go to Six Flags. Like hella people come from Nevada. People come from Oregon.
Yeah, and they choose this Six Flags.
They choose this Six Flags because it's the closest one to them.
I guess that makes sense. They don't want to go to Magic Mountain.
Exactly. It's like we can drive down. People from Salt Lake City, Utah, have come down here for that shit.
It's a shout out to, I used to work at Six Flags.
Shout out, yeah, there you go. That's real Vallejo shit.
Fright Fest is not scarier, honestly. Outside of Six Flags is scarier than Fright Fest.
Yeah. I went to Fright Fest, but I was actually scared in the crest.
Dude, Fright Crest, yeah.
Fright Crest. That should be their new attraction.
But yeah, let's see what else, dude. Before we get out of here, yeah, dude, what's going on? Like, people, if you wear a flannel and a Patagonia vest, check yourself.
Yeah, just don't complain.
And one of them Aldo brown shoes with those rubber brown shoes.
Just it's okay that you live here, but like don't. If here's the thing: if you move to a city, and there's people who live there who have their own way of expressing themselves, and it is based on and it derives from kind of almost like an unspoken tradition, and people have lived in this neighborhood for 1 million years or whatever the fuck, and you move there and you're uncomfortable. Either move or get comfortable. That's it.
Yeah.
You don't have to change everything and make everyone's life worse because some crackhead danced to your car too closely. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. I don't care.
Dude,
you weren't hurt.
Yeah, free entertainment. What the fuck? Are you fine?
More crackheads now.
Yeah, they can't steal your crypto. It's a non-tangible thing. They can't grab that from you,
The
dude.
crackheads doesn't know about the crypto market.
Yeah.
They're worried about the crack market.
You got some crack on you?
Exactly. They're not. They're worried about the bear. They're worried about the bear and bull market in terms of crack. They're not worried about the crypto.
Abe, thanks for coming through. There's so many other things that I wish we could talk about, but we'll just have to have you on again in the future.
Yeah, no worries. It's been great. Thank you so much, bro.
Yeah, dude, you got a documentary that is out. A lot of people are trying to find where to watch it because
YouTube, Mario Yo, the City of Sensitive Frauds, and we have one at the Gathering of the Juggalos because I convinced Mario to go to the Gathering of the Juggalos because a group listening to the Insane Clown Posse because I'm trash. Check out the fucking podcast me and Mario got going. I'm a writer. I'm working on a book right now. My first book's already out. It's called Don't Drown on Dry Ground. It's a bunch of sad boy poetry and fucking poem or in short stories and shit. I have hella articles on brokeasssteward.com, SFGate, the bold italic, even though that didn't work out. And follow Real Barry Memes on Instagram, Barry Memes on Facebook, and Abe is a Bad Writer on Instagram as well. Also my Substack if you want to support me financially a little bit, like I think it's like $7 a month or some shit. And that's it.
Beautiful. Until next time, baddies, you guys know where to find me. You guys know where to find the podcast because you're already here. Peace, love, and bye.
Peace. That was great.